history has been twice impeached. Let's make it happen. They're going to make it happen. I'm going to pull this one up.
I'm just going to get to work.
I realize, Robert, we have
play.
nearly 12,000 watching here, 4,000 on Rumble,
so
and the sex bots never came. Now, I think that's a joke and not an actual troll. No sex bots and no trolls tonight. Or bots, I should say. But I wanted to bring this one up, because this was the real question. Didn't the Senate propose legislation to close that loophole? Isn't that proof in itself that President Trump had standing? I'm not sure. I thought that would have to do with...
Yes. Yes. What they're talking about is really about Pence. More so, but partially about Trump's provision, which is Congress is trying to change the Electoral Count Act. So there's a couple of legislative bills going through Congress. There's a big tax increase where they're trying to backdoor a global tax agreement through the U.S. corporate tax code that Manchin has now signed off on that was going to be used, in my view, as the predicate to try to create a global digital currency system. Reality is Putin crushed that by what's happened with the sanctions and the economic war in Ukraine. That ship has sailed and it is gone. But that doesn't mean they won't try some version of it. But in the Electoral Count Act is Congress's attempt to create a procedure for how they count electoral votes in a future presidential election. The problem is the Electoral Count Act is an attempt by one Congress to limit the actions of another Congress in the context of their constitutional obligations. Likely can't. So there's a lot of people that think the Electoral Count Act is unconstitutional. So this is, but what's significant is they wanted to claim that Mike Pence never had the authority. This is, by the way, the attempt, just like in the Alex Jones case, to weaponize the law in new ways. They want to criminally weaponize the law to say if you disagree with their interpretation of the law, you're now a criminal. That's really what they're doing. Because, and again, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson are on my side. But the theory that Pence had was that he had no role whatsoever beyond a ministerial obligation, non-discretionary obligation, to say that certain elections should count or not count. But Congress is trying to amend the Electoral Count Act to make clear that the vice president doesn't have that power, implicitly recognizing he always did, even under the Electoral Count Act as well as constitutional. Again, folks they go back and watch the early Barnes Law Schools at vivabarneslaw.locals.com, where I talked about this history. John Adams got involved in deciding electoral college disputes as vice president. So did Thomas Jefferson. At the founding of our country. So the idea that the vice president had no discretionary role, no power whatsoever, is just not backed up by legal history. But that's what they're talking about there. Now, a lot of people are wondering about the assault weapon ban they're trying to push through. Let's just call it what it is. It's a gun grab through the Senate. The House already passed it. And it's extraordinary, by the way, folks. People wonder, why does anyone question the school shootings? It's because politicians who view these school shootings in particular and other public shootings to take away the rights of people who had nothing to do with the school shooting. And so people start, what incentive is there for those gun-grabbing politicians to get to the bottom of any school shooting? As long as they benefit, the more they have. That's reality.
And Robert, so just to interject there as well, they benefit politically the more they happen. They benefit politically the worse they are. And then you look at Uvalde, where you have nearly 400 police officers waiting 70 minutes while a man who they know is on a rampage is in the school. They disinfect their hands. They don't have radios.
Question that.
When people say false flags or hoaxes,
here's the question.
The media likes to run with the "it never happened" type of false flag or hoax, whereas other people might say they're letting it happen.
In law enforcement,
they're involved with these players and
prevent anybody else
for thinking
in
this.
law enforcement
When you find out
going
after
into an active shooter situation,
doing nothing, or to stand down, disinfecting their hands, not having their radio, while a man for 70 minutes kills people.
And the police always lies about it, tries to cover up what really happened in terms of school safety. They have no incentive to improve school safety as long as they politically profit from the lack of school safety.
On duty
That's the reality of it.
From going into an active shooting situation.
The politicians who love gun control should realize
there's only one answer I can come up with.
Flag
I may be
for those folks
clouded
out
and
there,
maybe
the
a little
origin of it
biased.
is from pirates.
But
so pirates wanted to sneak up on a ship.
That answer
so they would
would
put
be
up
to
the
stop
flag of an ally or of that country that
killing
the ship was there. And then when they got close,
somebody
put down, put up the old Jolly Roger,
not
and said, "Ha surprise,
an
surprise!
active
We're gonna
shooter.
be taking the booty now." That's what
even though they may be
originates
holding
from.
a
So
gun
false flag is about
and
who is
pretending
culpable.
to be one.
Not that an event didn't happen. Not that the pirates didn't rob the ship. It's that
those in the know had to stop those
is being disguised.
out
in
of the
almost
know
every war we've engaged in America
from going
has
in
been
and shooting an
tainted
innocent
by a false
person.
flag event.
That would be the only reason
So
I can
that's
come
why
up with.
people are
Call
concerned
me
about
crazy.
this kind of stuff. But here you have
Sorry,
Congress
talking
rushing
over what
through
he said.
gun control, using Uvalde to do so, when the gun is not the reason Uvalde occurred. And the question is their gun grab constitutional given the Supreme Court's decision?
It's barely 2 months old. This is the last one that just came out about New York making it excessively difficult or excessively burdensome to exercise Second Amendment rights.
Exactly. So I think no, but I always wait on these things to see the actual bill, so see what actually passes, because you don't know what's going to be. So it's like, why speculate? What I can say is the Supreme Court was clear on what's constitutional and what ain't. And California's laws are going to get struck down. New York's laws are going to get struck down. Some Colorado laws have already got struck down. These efforts to ignore the Supreme Court opinion will not meet constitutional scrutiny, and the courts so far are enforcing the U.S. Supreme Court decision. So I think we'll be in good stead there. So I think most of this is looking good for public opinion. Though it does appear there's efforts at a gun registry, there's ATF agents trying to do random audits of people's gun ownership. One poor sap, tried to do it against some grandma, and she was like, "I don't know who you are." Called the sheriff. Some sheriffs came and tased him and arrested him. So hey, the ATF, you better make sure you have constitutional authority. Your old grandma, you might run into. Someone like J.D. Vance's grandma. Remember, she kept Clint Eastwood's gun with her. For people that showed up at the wrong time, wrong place. So but we'll see. But hopefully that will get struck down. A lot of the budget stuff that people are talking about, likely it may pass. It depends on cinema, but it's much more brought down. But it has some taxes in it that will hit people, but not at a huge rate. But it's mostly about tying in the corporate tax rate to the global agreement, which is not really global. It's just Western Europe and the United States trying to create a financial system where they have a shared tax rate against all corporations, and there's no advantage by going to Europe rather than the U.S. and vice versa. But what it's really designed to do is as a globalist style surveillance mechanism, and I think used to justify digital currency as a collection mechanism down the road. However, it might only apply to Europe and the United States because
Chris.
Central America, Latin America, Africa, Asia are all saying no thank you. Outside of maybe Australia,
New Zealand. A video. I don't know how old the video
otherwise,
was.
It's a giveaway.
He had a hook in his drill. That's what he used to
it's not going to
install.
lead to
I was looking at
massive
my
regulation.
tools.
Other than the oil industry will continue
You
to
smart cat.
bad timing probably for that. But
hope you're doing well
otherwise,
over there,
it's
my friend.
basically a giveaway to
Shit's
Democratic
going in the hell of a handbasket. Who would have thought this in 2008, 2010? Eh?
Let's take care of some chats before we have to wind this down. I got a text message, and it seems the family is having a little too much fun without me, so I have to join them. Listening to the Democrats talk about guns and what was in their bill made me lose brain cells. What's the odds of good old Mitch being censured from his constituents in Kentucky? Robert, you might have to field that one for me. I'll bring it back up.
If it fits, that is.
Low. Now, I'll tell you now, I think Mitch McConnell's waiting for a new Republican governor in Kentucky, and he will step down. But I think that I thought that election's this year. I think it's actually 2023. So maybe a year off. But I do not believe Mitch McConnell will be in the Senate when Donald Trump returns to the White House.
I brought this one up. This was not a super chat. I just wanted to clarify this.
All right.
Jones has not yet, Robert, tried to or filed for bankruptcy protection. It was one of the corporate entities, not Alex Jones or InfoWars itself.
So on Friday, the operating company for InfoWars filed for bankruptcy.
Let me see.
Now, typically that stays the judicial proceedings.
Which company? Which company is that?
Free
Robert?
Speech Systems.
Okay.
So there's two defendants in the Sandy Hook cases now, Alex Jones and Free Speech Systems. Previously, companies named InfoWars had been added, but those companies were mostly empty shells. And they had to file for bankruptcy to finally get those companies dismissed from the suit because they shouldn't have been included in the suit in the first place. Then, but previously, Free Speech Systems had not filed for bankruptcy. Free Speech Systems is the operating company for InfoWars. That's in the bankruptcy documents, and they filed for bankruptcy on Friday. I don't have any personal insight as to that. So I can just say what's public, and what's public is that. But I can say my interpretation, which is if anybody was watching the trial, it was a joke of a trial. I mean, nobody had seen anything like this. Other lawyers never seen anything like this. They're like, this is the most. It's like all the rules are gone. It's just how do we screw Alex Jones and only have a one-sided script written? And make sure that everybody judging the one-sided script is the audience is already stacked in our favor. I mean, that's what they've done. They've ignored the law on pretty much everything. And so it's not a surprise that that's the situation that InfoWars finds itself in. So InfoWars itself has now filed for bankruptcy on Friday. That's
kind of huge, actually, Robert, isn't it?
I mean, what it does is the other cases scheduled for Connecticut and now here, just give you an idea of what a joke these judges have been. The Connecticut judge scheduled jury selection to begin while the Austin case is ongoing. Who does this? I mean, who does it? I mean, if you're trying to screw the defendant, you're doing everything possible to deny him the opportunity of just basic due process and constitutional rights. And again, folks, you only do that if you think the true facts are not on the side of the people suing Alex Jones. Because if they had confidence in it, they would want a robust presentation of facts in front of an indisputably impartial jury to say, see, you can't question the process. You can't question who made the decision. You can't question how they made the decision. This shows that the people critical of Alex Jones are right, Alex Jones is wrong. They're doing everything possible to deny him that. That trial is now delayed and stayed pending the bankruptcy petition. So there'll be no trial in Connecticut. There'll be no second trial in Texas. Only this trial will go on.
Unless they can choose or opt to, well, they won't, but to drop the case again. They could just choose to proceed against Alex Jones personally alone, but they'll never do that in a million years.
No, that's because their goal is, and that exposes them, by the way. If their goal was really to get remedy against Alex Jones, they would only be suing Alex Jones. Instead, they're suing, like they also originally added Owen Schroyer to the suit, then dropped it because they knew that would embarrass them in front of the jury. So these are tactical moves made that they're only allowed to get away with because the judges in Connecticut and the judges in Austin are unwilling to enforce the law when it comes to Alex Jones. But that's what's going on. But there won't be any Connecticut trial anytime soon. Those bankruptcies can go on for quite some time. It also means that the Austin, Texas court will not have the authority to enforce any judgment against Alex Jones. It's basically just whatever the jury decides becomes a factor in the bankruptcy proceedings. But now it's all tied up in the bankruptcy proceedings. And again, if they were willing to drop InfoWars from it and just go after Alex Jones, then they wouldn't have that problem. But they won't. No, they've been public. The plaintiff's lawyer, who was jumping up and down like a bunny rabbit on meth when he saw me in the courtroom, he goes, Bobby Barnes. I was like, man, I haven't gone by Bobby since I was 15.
I remember where I was. I was driving back from Roswell, and I was like, I'm listening to it. I was like, holy cows, this is weird. Like, I thought he didn't know the mic was on, or it was.
And he was staring at me, and he was pointing at me, and I was like, man, I forgot how nuts this guy is. I mean, how he got to law school, as I've explained to people, is what happened is he got a free ticket to the nut house, and the Uber driver dropped him off at law school by accident. But anybody who watched it could see, whoa, he's the little red-haired kind of midget-looking dude. The total nut job, just a nut. But he was the one behind a whole bunch of hit pieces on me and trying to get me smeared, trying to get me kicked out of court, trying to get ethics cases brought. I mean, the guy's just unbelievable. And well, maybe they did turn him. Maybe it was a frog once.
By the way, they referenced that clip during the trial. Where does he ever talk about frog? Alex Jones's statement that turning the frogs gay was a hyperbolic characterization of the fact that whatever chemicals are in the water were in fact interfering with the reproductive abilities of frogs. He was right.
There was another Alex Jones was right. I was like, that's to say, you fill up the Alex Jones' right jar versus Alex Jones' wrong jar. The right jar fills up a lot quicker and a lot more. And if you compare Alex Jones' right to CNN was right, that's a whole. That Alex Jones wins in a landslide.
Well, forget that. I'm just going to do the negative. Alex Jones was wrong versus CNN was wrong. Someone said on Twitter, I didn't realize it was a parody account. They said, well, that's because CNN is the truth and Alex Jones is nothing but lies. And I'm like, okay, Russiagate, Sandman. What was the other? There were three other right off the bat. Jussie Smollett.
My favorite one is just every war. There hasn't been a war that the New York Times hasn't fought for, and there hasn't been a war that Alex Jones hasn't spoke out against. And so almost without fail and without exception. And he's been right over and over and over again. The New York Times has been wrong over and over again. And the Alex Jones has never got anybody killed. The New York Times has got millions and millions and millions of people killed. Lied about the famine under the Soviet Union that was getting tens of millions of people killed. That's a great quote.
If this call is neglected, I am determined to sustain myself as long as possible and die like a soldier who never forgets what is due to his own honor and that of his country, victory or death. Two more super chats. What are the chances? Any of the line crook politicians, I will repeat myself, who have been attacking former President Trump with fabricated stories, etc., will be successfully slapped down if the Republicans take the majority midterm? Well, the Republicans don't seem to be vindictive. They seem to be principled, and they're not going to go in, go crazy for vengeance.
But they need to be willing to use the constitutional powers they have to return the favor where appropriate. And I mean, the way I put it is, we need a modern day Jim Garrison to clean up the deep state, and need a special counsel that's just a deep state counsel. As the credit to one of the people in our local live chat, which talked about somebody who's local to Travis County sat in the gallery Friday afternoon, and what I'm describing is consistent with what he saw. Half dozen film crew, extra equipment in the aisles, in the waiting room outside. And ask yourself, how's that going to impact the jury? The jury knows they're now characters in a film, and they know what that film's ending is supposed to be. So aren't they going to give some crazy lunatic verdict that will expose this trial to the scam that it is?
Let's leave it there, Robert. Stick around. We're going to talk for a few more minutes. Everyone in the chat, there's still 11,600 people. Put a comment there to make the chat go crazy so that YouTube can't handle the traffic in the chat. I'll be going live as often as I can this week. Schedule will be a little off, and then I'm back in Florida on Saturday, so we'll be back to the regular schedule, but I'll be going. I can't avoid it. There's too much stuff happening. Robert, people need a white pill.
We've had many good ones. I mean, we've had great. I mean, the vaccine mandate cases winning is a huge white pill. The big settlement is a vaccine mandate case is a huge white pill. The white pill is for those people. So several hundred people risk their jobs and their futures to assert their rights and remedies under the law against being forced to take a vaccine that they did not think would in fact be safe and effective for them, given their health, under their conscientious rights to object under the religious rights protected under both the First Amendment and in the employment context, federal civil rights law. A lot of people told them they would lose. A lot of people told them they were idiots. A lot of people, I mean, there was a whole article about what's happened to the unvaccinated, how they were openly, flagrantly discriminated against, mocked, criticized, satirized. Well, your family got to live it in Canada in terms of how people were treated. Those people stood up for their rights. And last week, they won one of the biggest, most precedent-setting settlements in American legal employment history. So credit to them. It shows if you continue to stand up for your rights. Like I say, never forgive, never forget, hold the line. They held the line, and because of it, they helped all of us have better rights and remedies going forward.
We cannot end it better than that. Robert, stick around. Everyone in the chat, everyone on Rumble, thank you all very much. Sniff, clip, share away, and we will see you sooner than later. Peace out, peeps.
All right.
Need to give this whole thing a little bend here. All right, let's peek. Let's see if we've got something here. Basically, I took a piece of spring metal I had. Used to be from an old shower curtain piece. And bent up a small hook. To make that spot flat right there a little bit. Got her chucked up. I can kind of see her. Should be pretty good. Bam. Now, I guess the smart thing to do is actually start on my hand a little bit. Go ahead and do that. All righty tighty threads. Would have been nice to see them righty tighty lefty loosies. I've heard some people say they've bent these things. Man, if you're bashing that hard that you're bending 1/4 inch tight or stainless, it's not the fault of the product if it bends. Especially US stainless. Not like this stuff coming from China or anything. It's crooked as hell. Well, we started by hand. I believe they use Traxxas ends and balls. Got some ducks been hatching. So that's been a little excitement over the weekend. Let me go ahead and do that and pop this out. See if anybody's here. Hey, anybody's watching? How you doing? And let's go back and see what these guys are doing. Sure, they won't mind if somebody hears a rebroadcast. Bring it out. I need that.
Yeah, I said, I took 5th out of 24 drivers, but first and fourth, those drivers all used winches.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they did?
Yeah.
And you didn't use one?
No, I took the winch off my truck.
I hear a lot of people say, okay, got it. I mean, I'm checking Kurt. There's Kurt Jenner. I always hear a lot of people say they don't like to use the winch.
No, I built my truck as a no winch.
Yeah.
And some places get penalized for using the winch, I think, in some of their rules.
Yeah, most of the circle rules, if you do use a winch, it's anywhere from 3 to 8 points.
Penalization.
Yeah, they'll actually, they'll penalize you 3 to 8 points on it. And
right, that's what I remember reading.
Okay.
I think it was.
Well, Chris, let's see how this thing works, eh?
Rules one time on a G6.
I'm sure it's going to work dandy.
Yeah, G6 events are pretty tough because they do go by circle rules and their rules.
Oh, they do? I don't know if G6 was their own rules or if they, like you said, went by that. Circles.
Yeah, G6 has their own rules, but they also use circle rules as far as your scale points.
Hemi-Storm, you're a genius.
That's interesting to know then.
Yeah, a lot of people mix them up.
Who wondered who I meant by Chris.
So, like here in Ohio, what we do is we just use our own rule set because it makes it more fun, more enjoyable.
Right, versus being
instead of right, exactly. Instead of building your truck to be scale points and so heavy that you have to use a winch or you have to have a hard body and I'm just doing it for fun.
Hey, Corey.
I sure made that fast and easy.
No. It's only maybe five.
No, you're good.
Like maybe 5, 6.
Yes,
I'm trying to think like that. Rock Creek was yesterday.
Could you go shut the chicken
These
coop?
are
You
cool.
have to do the back
Yeah,
gate.
these are real small, which I like that.
You'll get the coop.
Then I bought a few days ago. I bought some slingers. I never used them. And then of course I got like the newer drawer, which I'm gonna mount these because I know this is one that everybody wants to see. Definitely gonna mount these.
Got the pins?
Yeah.
Straight.
I saw what's called a video of Matt. It didn't. They were like okay.
2 FM.
Yeah, they were okay. I feel like that. Listen, these are one of the sets of the what do you call those things? Indoors. This is the other set, and I got another set mounted somewhere. So, yeah.
Hey.
But no, it's not that many actually. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these pins on some of these indoors, and then I'm gonna decide on what I want to do the rest of these. I got another set. I just don't know what I don't know. I haven't made my mind up yet what I want to put them on.
Man. That's why I don't buy too many.
Too many trucks, too many parts.
This is actually comparing. This is actually not many, but I'm good there, but I ain't give us some of that.
I always get new stuff. The rules got to review it.
No, I don't get all the new stuff. I'm gonna probably end up getting a set away.
No, I meant buying it, not getting it for free.
Yeah, well, so like I gave a set of tires away at the hobby shop one day to a kid. I don't know. I do that sometimes.
It's all good. I mean, that's good that people do that.
Yeah.
It helps people out.
For sure. How you doing?
Yeah, as long as you don't have that guy walking up to you saying, "Hey, can I have those?"
Exactly. There you go.
Can I have those?
Right.
Well, for starters, let me see how this size tent fits in the backside of you. And I'll let you know.
Right? I had some kid I was running my 8 scale, my Outcast 6S. Some kid, me and my son were outside playing with it. Some kid come up to me and was like, "My dad likes that." I'm like, "Okay." "Well, how much is that?" I'm like, "You don't want to know." "Well, can I play with it?" "No."
That's the hard thing.
No.
But it's like I can't afford to replace it if it's broken.
Well, anytime I'm out around a crowd of people and I have a kid come walking up to me and I see his parents sitting right there, and the kid says, "Hey, mister, can I drive that?" I said, go ask your mom and dad if they have an open credit card first.
Exactly. Right.
Y'all got some serious money, no problem with y'all building, man. But aren't you building one right now? I think that's good. So you put them on hold.
Yeah, I put them on lockdown for the last couple months to finish a build.
He got a big building. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, he was telling me he do some serious bills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids still stuff, man. They into some big money over there.
I know.
They
That's why
know.
I'm not into it. That's
See
why I
if
haven't got into it any further.
Let me see if I can get my camera to flip here.
I've got 2 crawlers, but I just haven't.
You got to start on.
It's expensive, man. I mean, a set of wheels, a set of tires. And it's like, damn. I can pay for a brand new SCX 24 with some upgrades.
Yeah. Yeah, before you know it.
And then all of a sudden,
I know you were here, back road. I think he may have hit the button on his. So
get the
what up? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. My camera's all jacked up. Huh?
Oh yeah, you just turn your phone to the side.
It usually lets me turn it this way.
I don't know.
It is to the side.
Oh, you probably got it locked. You probably got your what's called locked.
screen rotation lock.
Yeah, screen rotation. There you go, man.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yep, that's probably what it is. Got the rotation lock.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
It's called the old guy with dumb fingers. Yeah, this right here is what I've been working on. This is what put Guru. Yeah, that put Guru on the back burner for a couple months.
Yeah. What is that?
Oh yeah.
You got it hidden under a towel and everything.
That's a Cross RC XT4.
Tell me what you do. How much money?
That cross stuff's expensive.
Yes,
I was gonna say cross is expensive, man.
I ain't familiar with it.
There's one. There's one. There's 2. There's 2. There's one.
I was about to say, you got the dually?
Got one there.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not too expensive.
Yeah, not too expensive.
No, I'm just spending my grandkids' inheritance.
There you go. Yeah, look at all that.
Said it like that.
Yeah, it's got all the detail to it. They knocked this one out of the park when they did this truck.
That a new version or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
full 3D interior. Dash lights up. GPS over on the passenger side lights up.
Just double check my chicken coop. Okay, that one, the last board, it's just sliding down.
Right.
That's fine. It usually does. That's why I just kind of lay it up in there.
So I kind of put it sideways.
Yeah, that's all I do.
So usable spare.
Jam the other one up underneath there.
Steel wheels. Got the light bar. The light kit comes with it. Comes with the 2-speed locking diffs and they even give you the motor.
Oh wow.
What about the remote?
No, you just get. That's the only thing of the electronics is the motor that you get with it.
Okay, so you got a spider servos.
Yes.
Whisker on to say you are his hero. This man is my hero.
And what I do is because Cross RC had 3 versions of all these trucks here, which is the Demon line.
Mm-hmm.
They offered the A, B, and C, which the C being a flagship version. It was cheaper in the long run to buy the C version than it is to buy the A or the B and convert it to a C.
I got you.
So all the C versions come with every upgrade, the light kit, all the metal drive line, and all metal housings,
TV,
heavy duty links.
Well, how much are we looking at though, man? That's the real question. For me, anyway.
600.
I thought you were gonna say way more than that. That ain't bad, I don't guess.
And that's kit only.
Okay, I was gonna say that.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, these are kit onlys.
Okay.
Everything that I have here is a kit.
How much you think you got in it? I guess is the question.
I was about to ask.
Or what are you gonna have in it when you finish? Totally finished.
Well, how about we just do this? You tell me when to stop, and so I know which one you're talking about.
Dollar wise?
That one?
Yep.
Yeah. Just give me a rundown.
Dollar figure everything you got right now as
How much you have in it as it sits? Like any of them. It's an idea.
Well, that I got as a trade. I traded another cross that I built. So the truck that I actually traded was a little bit more than this one. So I want to say, with the cost of the trade, everything I had into that, plus what I have into this, I want to say roughly 800.
I thought you were gonna say way more than that. I know they get up way more than that.
they do.
Yeah, I know they do.
No, that would be. I'm sorry to make you guys dizzy.
I know you got it.
That's the one that I'm over a G at.
So which one is it?
This here is my Class 2 comp truck.
So it's a cross as well?
No, that's a G10 carbon. I'm sorry, a G10 chassis, custom designed by a friend of mine, UGRC, right up the road from me. So you've got the UGRC Predator chassis and the UGRC Dirty South chassis that comes with rear shock towers.
Yeah, I heard Guru telling me about the Dirty South. I remember him talking about that one.
Yeah, the Dirty South comes as a kit. That's $130. I've got a lot of time and money into this truck for my first real 100% comp build.
Is that the one you ran today?
Yep, that's the only comp truck that I have that's finished right now.
Okay.
So I just took those two chassis up today. I've got this one that's in the middle of being built. And when those are down, and this isn't, that's my stock 10.2. That goes into the comp.
Hey, with all that stuff you got going on there, Guru's gonna be short.
The Guru's short.
How are you gonna be the Guru and everything before you get done?
Yeah, but by the time it's all said and done on this one, Corey, especially this one here, which is their HC6, that's like replicated from the right. It's modeled off the M35.
Okay.
By the time I'm done with this, I'm probably going to have close to 2 into this one.
Yeah, I can believe it.
2 grand?
Yeah.
That thing's sweet though.
It's been sitting like that since.
Oh, just got you there, man. I jumped over there.
This thing's been sitting like.
I've been trying to fix my phone, but it won't work.
Since all the COVID started, it's been in that state for almost 2 years.
All right. And those.
Let me speak to you guys. Oh, what's up, because you can't beat the Dirty South? Oh, Whiskey Runner is all about your chances, man. Let's see. Man, Nate, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, but this is
these old flat. Sorry, how you doing? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, this is all me. I just do all the 10 scale, and then of course I got a money pit sitting underneath all that. That's the axial rift.
Yeah.
But how much money pit here?
You trying to keep breaking stuff.
I haven't put anything into it yet because the RTR was over $600. And it's sitting there because it needs probably another $400 worth of money put into it.
God, hold on, man. Say it again.
So it doesn't break. That's so it doesn't break.
No, start back over. You said something about 600. Then you went to saying you need 400.
Right. It's over $600 as an RTR.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I got it as a pre-order when they first released them.
Right.
Oh, I got you. Okay, that's where I was screwed up too.
But in order to stop them breaking, you need about another.
To keep it from breaking anything, you need to put about another $400 into it.
Man.
So now you have $1,000 RTR.
Yeah.
Jeez.
A lot of people say the RTR Rift has too much power to begin with. That's why everything breaks.
Everything breaks because they cheaped out on the plastic. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah, to a point.
Yeah, when they cheaped out on the plastic, that was when everything went to shit for them.
I got you. When they were playing catch up with everything.
Yeah, they when they first released it, it was released overseas. So the UK and China had them first.
No.
They beat the royal dog snot out of them in the wintertime and broke everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I bet in the wintertime, I bet.
Okay.
That's the easy break in the wintertime.
That is true, depending on what temperatures you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. What you got going on over there, Justin? What's up, Bill Pickle?
Nice good.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Just relax. I told him how y'all kicked my butt yesterday.
Build these vanquish trailing arms.
Kurt could be on in a moment now. Let me just look at something real quick.
I broke an axle today, a stock axle.
Did you?
Yeah, on my. Yeah, it's my first one I broke. I've been a couple, but it's the first one I broke. Well, I was just talking shit last week about I ain't broke one yet, and then I broke one.
Just yesterday, you were saying that.
Yeah. But it was on, 3S on the Komodo, so I guess.
Who won that yesterday? By the way, just
which talking about?
I didn't win. I was like fourth place. I was
Ben won.
Ben, okay, and then you were like second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Carl Daddy, what's up? B Custom probably got about 2,000 on these models.
Yeah, depending on how much stuff you decide to throw in.
Did y'all see those wheels? Did he pick up? Man. That was an epic model.
I don't know how you guys could do $2,000 in one of them things.
Yeah, I don't know if it's too good. I mean, you can get a lot. I got a buddy. I know he got close to 1,000. Every one of them he had over 1,000.
So you could have $1,000 on a 10 scale rig in 10 minutes.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
I got $1,000 and 15 10 scale rigs in here.
Yeah, that's really on 10 scale.
You know what? I shouldn't say that because I've got a 1/18 scale mini T over here that I got over 3,500 in.
Oh, say mini T?
That could happen too.
Yeah, $3 mini T. Now that's crazy.
Oh, it got to be all metal. Got it. Yeah, Justin, I don't know if he's going to be open next week or not. So we'll see pretty soon.
Now, this is the original mini T back from the late 90s into the early 2000s when they first came out.
Yeah, I had several of those things.
The mini T's?
Yep.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, I had one.
I had a couple of pro versions.
Carbon fiber chassis, aluminum front and rear A-arms, aluminum bumper, aluminum bulkhead, fiberglass chassis brace, aluminum chassis brace on the bottom, brushless Mamba 6800, 3S, a locked ball diff, aluminum oil-filled shocks, probably about 30 sets of the foams for these for racing. I mean, and back then, just the motor itself was 150 and the speed control was another 100.
Yep.
Servos, I mean, just the chassis alone was $300 when I got it.
Man.
And it didn't come with half the stuff that it's got on it.
Running stock radio?
So John and Osborne.
When I was racing this, I was actually running JR radio.
What the fuck is going on?
Back when we still had crystals.
Oh, yeah. That's bad.
Crystals. Yeah, 27.
Crystals.
27.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got that much on mine too.
Say that again, Justin.
No, I was just commenting on what's a comment.
Oh. Yeah, he was saying that 800. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that much on my 24s too. So.
Yeah, it don't take long.
so I can randomly just fucking start turning it out and fucking volume up.
Yeah,
I'm watching on the TV, and my TV's like 20 seconds behind the real show, so I'm seeing comments late, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
yeah.
What's his name?
Okay.
Make sure he's not live yet. I know he said 8:30.
Yeah, Kurt just went live.
He just went live. Okay, let me put that live video in his link. Justin, I'm gonna give you the link. That way you can get on here, Matt. Too, and I know you already got it. I'm sure. Dang, I just went blank.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out. I
Okay.
appreciate you letting me in.
Oh no.
Wondering how come I'm not in yet.
No, I appreciate you coming in. We about to come over to Kurt. I'm gonna send them the link. So.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you guys over there.
Okay. All right.
See you later.
Yep.
All right.
Later.
I'm gonna give these guys the link to this video. The guys that are online. So here you go, guys. Yep. That's Kurt's channel.
These are directional.
And Matt and Justin in the private chat. Let me give you the link to jump in over there. So we all going over to Kurt's channel. Link in the chat, guys. Link in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Those ones are backwards.
So they're slowly going out of there. Yep. All right. Let me get this email open. I'm about to send y'all this link. So you will have it. Blah, 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 blah. Where am I? I'm sorry.
Got too much going on, Corey?
Yeah. Hey, it was so cool the other night we did one, man, and I don't think you came in there, Matt, but we were on the tank, and it was just cool because
the tank. I did see
I'm
that.
just here doing them, man. I'm just doing them.
You and Maz.
I was loving it.
Maz was on his soapbox.
Yeah, I was loving it, man. Just do what I do.
Right? I did see that. I did jump on Jason's last night.
Yeah, I got on here for a minute last night as well.
Kurt's RC, B. Koshner.
There you go. It's in the private chat. So y'all take a look at that, and then y'all can just jump over into his, and I'm coming right behind you.
Yeah, Jim was eyeing my batteries, my small ones.
Should think I this.
Kurt, so.
Don't there's anybody in that line. No, don't look like it. Maybe one person.
Copy this again. All right, guys. Let me see if we'll put that down again. There's Kurt. Did y'all see that? Justin and Matt in the private chat.
Private? Yep, I got it.
Mm-hmm. Osborne, I'll send it to you on, and whoever else, Osborne, I'll send it to you on Instagram.
So if we click that, that should bring us straight in.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm copying it. Yeah. You see it, Justin, too?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
You going over there?
Yeah, I'm heading over there.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
Yep. I'm heading over there.
There we go. See you over there.
I mean, I'm sending it to y'all, boy.
All right, let me jump over there.
Let's see. Send it to you on IG, y'all, boy. Should have it now.
They sent me to some Zoom shit, bro.
Yeah, that's where we're going. We go all the way through to that.
I gotta download it.
Ben, we're going to we're going to what's his name? Just went blank. Kurt.
Tennessee.
Which one?
You got to download it.
I said I had to download it. I'm downloading it now.
I guess you got to download the app. Okay. Well, I'll wait till you get
that down.
What do you say, Bokner? Is that how you say your name? I can't fucking remember. I'm bad with names.
Oh, no, I'll go where we plan on going to
Kochner? Probably Kochner.
I don't even want to try and butcher it.
Yeah, welcome. I appreciate you coming. If anybody wants to jump on the screen here, just let me know and I'll put a link in there real quick. You can click on it and just pop in.
Yeah, Corey, those guys better jump in there.
Or send me your email address. You can find my email address in the About section. Crawl Daddy, what's happening? Osborne, yeah. Oh, it's on, is it? Yeah, it is. Cool. Didn't even turn it on. It's still on. Cool. Just type in shout out. It'll put your name up. Are you parked there, Troy? Let me know when you're parked. Oh, you said you had 36 more miles to go.
Where's he going? Troy.
Just remind me later on.
If you type it in just like this,
he's a truck driver.
It will bring up your YouTube.
You should hop on. Yeah, I got an email, Queenie. Don't be scared.
Yeah, hop on, Queenie.
Don't be scared.
Be scared.
Oh, it's be cautioner.
Can you spell it out for us?
Brian or whatever other creative.
Okay.
You don't want to hear the creative names we can come up with.
Whatever creative name you come up with. Yeah, okay. Appreciate you coming, Brian. 22. No, you got 22 more miles to go, huh? I don't even know how to hop on. Yeah, you got to download Zoom. I think once you click the link, though, it does it for you, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, once you hit the link, it just puts you right in. I was having trouble getting on Corey's. For some reason,
that's how it works.
Google had my camera and my mic.
Smarter than the assembly.
I had to go back and
a smidge.
I fought with that for 15 minutes when I told him I'd be on in 5.
These Allens have a point.
What's up, Addy? How you doing? Thompson RC.
I know, Dennis, the other day, I tried to print out something. I'm like, oh, okay, 20 minutes trying to get the computer to do it. Get it, tried to print it out. First time, paper jam. Second time, no ink. Third time, thing turned around wrong. It's like, oh my God, man. Like 3 hours trying to get a piece of paper printed out.
What a shit luck.
That's how I am with computers, man.
Oh, I got one messed up.
Me and computers do not.
Not doing good over here. Just a lazy day. I should have been out running my cars, but I didn't.
I was going to take today off from comping again, and I was like, you know what? Let me go because nobody else from the team's going to be there, so I'll go and at least represent a little bit. Good thing I went pulling off that 5th place out of these 24 guys.
Yeah, Attic, you can promote whatever you want here. You can also write in shout out, one word, and I'll drop the link to your channel.
I think I'm live. Am I live? Yeah, I'm live.
Yeah, you're
I didn't know I was live. I sent the guys over, so they should be in the chat.
Yeah, a bunch of people all of a sudden popped in.
Yeah, I gave a couple other people the link as well. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. How you doing tonight?
Man, you're gonna have to step up from StreamYard and get Zoom.
I got Zoom. I don't use it for that. I have Zoom as well.
No, you use Zoom.
Yeah. I've had to use all that stuff, man.
In my own words, StreamYard garbage.
Yeah.
I like Zoom because I don't have to, when the audio kick in, it just, I don't have to change it, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what I'm using.
What's up, Addicted to RC? How you doing, man?
So predicted.
Well, predicted. I don't see the comments, guys. So I'm not paying your attention. Just
Texas RC.
That's kind of
CNC RC. 907 Arctic. Robert, how you doing, buddy?
How y'all doing?
That's kind of a nice design. Why that one was there?
Gosh, I made it.
Kind of strange not seeing you in the chat.
Yeah, I had to jump on today.
That's cool.
Race today on Oswald?
Huh? No race this weekend.
No race with you.
No.
Yeah, Kirk just got a couple of the regular rowdies in it right now.
Yeah.
Andrew, how you doing?
Yeah, he's over there earlier.
That works out pretty good.
Appreciate it, Andrew.
And we've got 32 people watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button.
Oh yeah, let me do that because I already forgot.
JJ Felson, Jason.
What's up, Jason? How you doing?
I had to show everybody the new garage.
Oh, sweet, man.
Whiskey Runner 1 says Corey eats green eggs and spam.
Green eggs and spam.
That's nice, man. I like the floor, man.
I do like that, man.
Yeah, I like the rock, yeah.
That's those peel and stick tiles that Dollar Tree has. They actually look like rocks and they're actually raised up.
Yeah, I can see the indentation. Yeah, that's cool, man.
And it's the same thing with the wall. I just cut them in half.
Nice.
And ran them around the outside edge at the bottom. And then I had to put the good old Psycho 13.
Yeah.
Banner.
I ain't got his banners up yet on mine.
I told him I need another one for my outdoor comp course.
Yeah, I need a couple of more, but he sent me 2 of the small stickers. I need like 4.
Yeah, he sent me all of the big stickers and then 3 of the little small
the 124 scale?
Yeah.
Or whatever, yeah.
But it was kind of cool. I didn't even expect it. He was like, I got something coming out to you.
Wow, you got some flex on that thing, man.
Yeah.
That's just changing the
I
stock.
just noticed it.
that stock axles, it's setting in the stock position on the front, and it's where the battery tray is in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Those aren't stock shocks, though, right?
No, they're the Hot Racing 43 millimeter telescoping shocks.
Okay. Now, is that body too long to put it on for a model? Like a
No, you can put a model body on there.
You can put a model body on that one.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about putting a 679 Peterbilt single cab on it.
Okay.
And then I'm having a cage from Tinker Time built where it's a one-off cage. He's only built one other one so far. And Jim's the only other one that has one.
Yeah,
he's
really thinking about
for it.
That.
What's up, Dirk?
Hey, Dirk.
Yeah, I met Brandon at Beat the Creek this year.
That was easy.
And man, I tell you what, he's got some cool stuff over there for the 24s.
Yeah.
I've got one of his bodies that I've got to paint. Hold on. Let me grab it real quick.
Curtis D, what's up?
I'll be back in a minute.
Lexus?
I'll take a quick one. Go close
up
the
Curtis
gates.
D. Lexus RoboCop.
Better get one of them.
Keep my dookie safe.
So that's the body I have to paint.
Is that a hard body or Lex? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3D printed body.
3D printed. Oh, that's cool.
Tinker Time prints them out.
It's the
Which one is that?
Comanche cab.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then it's got the the back half cage to go with it.
A honcho cage, like.
Yeah.
Good.
All the bars are going to be they're going to be silver, but the bed's actually going to be popsicle stick wood.
Right. I do it.
And then I'm going to burn the popsicle sticks to make it look like it's burnt.
Oh, nice.
I didn't do my 1972 Oldsmobile like that and cut the back off and put a honcho body on it.
What's up, Sean?
And then my tent scales.
Crazy shit like that.
I got my Techno race truck there. And we have a slash 4x4 up there.
Uh-huh.
The VXL.
Sean, you're just a hater. That's all.
Yeah. He's a 124 scale hater. His wife's the only thing that likes some small.
Yeah. There y'all go already.
I had to say that, Sean.
Big Head, what's happening, Big Head?
Up, David. What's Big Head RC?
That's brutal.
Yeah. That's because I'm on a buprenorphine, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, Big Ed, I got about 30 minutes into your pig. He knows what that means. So.
Brian shouting in. Yeah, you can say that. Won't do nothing.
Talked to Guru for a while earlier, but he was just getting out of work when I talked to him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably sleeping right now.
Yeah, he's probably tired. Yeah.
That boy works hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do something to keep his mind occupied right now.
Yeah, you did got that right.
Up Bushman 613.
Bushman, how you doing? And Chad is just rolling.
What's up, Sean? Sean's RC's Adventure is having a raffle. If you guys want in, $20 for a chance to win 1 out of 3 cars.
Yeah, and there's some pretty nice cars.
Yeah.
That's why I definitely check that out.
All 3 of them are 10 scale rigs. One of them is a Vanquish rig.
He's got the Vanquish Phoenix, which I believe only has maybe 3, possibly 4 drives on it.
Yes, yeah.
I'm probably kicked out of that raffle.
And a custom paint job.
Right, I'd get in on it if I had the cash.
Why did you kick out?
With the comment I just
Yeah, smart ass remarks. I probably took his money and said, "You ain't gonna win."
In the fall, it's a good possibility. The fall come around, I might get a 10 scale. I don't know.
How many 124 skills you got?
Food.
Yeah, too many to count.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on that 3D printed body from Corey.
I got it. I just got the what's called too. I just got the what do you call those things? Banners. I just got those Thursday.
Well, I need one of them too.
I got you. Give me time, man. I got you. Because I always ship everything from home, so it's a hassle for me to go to the post.
I can't put it out there on the course if I don't got it.
I know, I got you. I just got it. I should have gotten more, but money.
I know I need to order some too. I think I'm going to go off the rock that my wife painted as a design for mine.
I got too many projects right now. Way too many projects.
That, Corey.
Yeah, isn't that everybody?
Yeah, but I didn't mean it.
Barbecue, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's up, Barbecue? Long time no see, man.
He comes and goes.
But I'm gonna hop off here, you guys. I just wanted to pop on and show you guys the new garage that I have built.
Cool, man.
Appreciate it,
Since I
Osborne.
haven't been able to get on much here in the past couple days.
Cool, Osborne.
But I'll hop back down in the comments.
All right, man.
I'll holler at y'all.
All right, man. See ya.
All right, man. Am I the only one working on something over here?
Yep. Keith's painting, but he ain't.
Y'all didn't
showing.
break that?
You're on
Drawing.
Y'all didn't break none today?
No. I didn't get out
I
today.
didn't even. I'm just talking to I didn't.
scale Gundam Warrior poster, but no. Ran into that thing at the hobby shop today.
There's a link right there if any of you guys want to pop in here. I'll put it on the chat.
With my shit kicker.
Yeah, that was a crazy looking read.
Thanks.
You come on over to the 10 scale side, Corey, you'll see all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, a bit. I haven't ever done a 10 scale crawler. I've had a million of 10 scale. I never wanted to do crawlers. I just got into it. And that was very addictive. I thought it was crazy. I remember when they first came out, I was like, what are y'all doing? I remember them at one of the hobby shops, they had a pile of bricks and stuff, and they were going up, and I was like, what? Like, okay. I was into more racing and speed at the time.
Yeah, that's the way I was for a while.
It took me forever. And the racing started turning into like work, man. You had to prep all your stuff the night before, then you go. Well, I was working a lot, so then you go and then you race, and then you turn around and go back to work and get up and go do it again. It's like, yeah.
Were you Nitro or?
No, I did. I started out Nitro, but I got a Nitro real early. I got out of Nitro when the first lipo battery around here anybody saw was the one that I had. It was an 8C, so that just tell you how old it was. 8C. It was what did I put it in? RC18B. Yeah, it was a B I put it in. And back during that time, I don't remember lipo bags and that stuff, but man, I get once I switched to lipo, that was it. I don't do gas. I had a ton of gas cars, but I got rid of those things. Happy on the way.
All right, I'm going to have to interrupt you just for a second. All right, CNC, we can't compare any other crawlers or trail trucks to Maya or Radio Shack around here. But
I heard about that.
If you're looking at the TRX4, you can get the TRX4 Sport Kit, which is a nice kit to build, or you can go with the SCX-10-2 Builder's Kit, which is pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy kit. I built that.
You upgrade the C-hubs, put a little bit of brass down low, and just pick some good electronics for it.
TRX4 is supposed to be a really good beginner crawler kit.
Yeah.
Good directions on it. Very good directions. Easy.
One thing about Trax is their builders kits actually are pretty well done as far as the instructions go. I downloaded the one for the 2-wheel drive slash just so I could have something to look at when I was working on the wives. It was really nice. Really well done.
Element V2 kit. Yeah. If nobody's ever built a RC, that'd be not the easiest kit there, Big.
Yeah. No.
Element.
Oh yeah.
It's just the transmission, and it screws you up because it's got like 5 different ways you can build it.
Oh yeah.
And then trying to actually figure out the links
for the rear.
Yeah, it's got 3 different sets of links for you. It's
on an Element.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could build 3 different wheelbases on it. That's like that little tiny drift car I just did. You guys should have seen it.
Oh, yeah, we won't even go there because
Jesus Christ.
y'all are going to see a video coming up from me about around the 13th or the 14th. My drift car is about to undergo a major redo. And it's going to be nuts. I'm going to completely fall by the time I'm done with it.
Yeah. Is it the small one? The 124, 128?
No, it's a 110.
Yeah.
No, it's a 110.
You see the 110?
Those are expensive.
Yeah. Actually, no. The drift car I've got right now, the chassis alone was it was $98 plus shipping from. I ordered it direct from Hong Kong, so it was like $25 shipping. Right. So I got the chassis for $125.
Oh, that's not bad then. Some of the other places that more than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you get it built out, it's a roller. You know, I've got probably 350 in electronics in it, but I didn't.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. You were going to say just for the chassis is that amount of money that you spent for your electronics.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
Some of them are, yeah.
See, the thing is everybody thinks when it comes to a drift chassis, you got to spend God's amount of money to get a good one, and you don't, because if you know where to look, like if you go direct to the manufacturer, like if I were able to order direct from Yokomo, all right, I'm going to save $100 over what they sell for here in the United States,
right? Because of the markup and probably the import export.
So when I went to 3 Racing, the markup from them to the United States is about $50. You know, and the only reason why it's a cheaper chassis is because of the material they use for the chassis plate. It's not carbon fiber; it's like a pressed graphite,
right,
which
is okay.
Isn't the greatest, but it gets you in one. Now, what I'm fixing to do to it comes from Japan. It's from a company called Kamikaze Drift.
Yeah.
And it is basically a completely new chassis, but it just uses parts from the original. Like the bulkheads transfer over, the rear suspension transfers over, and the lower front suspension arms. And that's it. But it is all completely carbon fiber, and it changes the front suspension to a McPherson strut style front suspension. And it goes from a 55 millimeter shock to a 60, which completely changes how it drives. Completely.
The sit up on those things is crazy.
Drift cars?
I think that's what's going to kick my butt is trying to set it up.
Oh, I got you. Get all of your stuff tuned correctly.
I've never set one up. I think that's going to kick my butt.
For a drift chassis, the easiest thing to do is once you get, usually at the back, there's a couple of pages that give you like a starter setup.
Right.
Just get it to that, and then don't change a thing until you've actually ran the car for a couple of weeks. Just get used to it as if they have you set it up from the factory. And then once you kind of know how it drives the way they set it up, then you can start changing it and you start developing your own style. Then you can start changing it to how you drive it. But doing anything before you're really familiar with how it even runs is not a good idea.
Waste of time.
Then you probably don't know what you're doing then.
No.
And see, a lot of it is that, everything comes from Japan. And all these RC companies have tried to take what they were doing in real cars and replicate it. But drifting is a lot about chassis roll and the grip on the front lead tire.
Yep,
so when the car's sliding, that front tire that is pointed outwards is your lead tire. And if you've got
wildly or from radius comparison to the lead tire, or otherwise it's going to mess you up bigger than life. So, and that's what they call Ackerman angle.
I was just about to say, I've been looking at all that Ackerman and all that. I'm just not.
Speaking of that, where's your justification of all-wheel drive drifting versus rear-wheel drive drifting?
That's totally different. That's totally
The
different.
when everything started, all-wheel drive drifting was everybody's easy way to drift. Okay, but the problem was with all-wheel drive drifting is there's a couple of different reasons. One, you can't get the steering to really drift tight out of an all-wheel drive car. The other part of it is the all-wheel drive tears up track surfaces. Most of them are on polished concrete or polished tile or stuff like that. And the all-wheel drive, those front tires spinning, just eats the polish off of the surface, and so it destroys the track. And so that's the reason why a lot of the tracks have gone to just two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive drifting, because it does damage tracks as footage.
Makes sense.
And on top of that, they can make really tight layouts. The two-wheel drives will just cruise right around them, where the four-wheel drives struggle, so they can keep it in a more compact space. They don't need a warehouse to run a
That's
drift
what I
track.
like about it. The actual doesn't take that much space for the two-wheel drive with the steering wheel. That's what I like.
What's up, Billy? Green Frog, how you doing?
Hey, Green Frog.
But yeah, when you set that up, watch your Ackerman angle, your KPI angle, which is basically when you turn the wheels and you're at lock. What you want to look at is your lead tire sitting on a flat surface with everything installed. Okay, so that way you're at the basically how the chassis is going to sit, and then look and make sure that lead tire is sitting at zero camber at full lock. And once you're there, then what you want to do is leave it at full lock and adjust your top lengths and give it about a 1 degree tilt.
I got a long ways to go, man.
Once you start messing with it, it's really good when you get the geometry set. Once you've got it right, you'll never change it again. It all boils down from there is shocks and springs.
Right.
And the designer of what I'm fixing to do told me flat out, he's like, y'all are running too stiff of shocks in the United States. When you could do your shocks for yours, take the oil that comes with the chassis and throw it out.
Well,
Get you some zero weight.
Yeah, these don't all have oil. The 28s, I don't think they have any 28s that have oil.
Well, they might. So just friction?
Yeah, just friction.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, then if you have a way of adjusting the friction, get it as absolutely as soft as you can get it. Yeah. It's like on mine, when I redo it, the front shocks are going to be at zero weight oil. Okay. They make zero weight? Yeah. I had to special order it from Japan.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Okay. The rears are going to be 5W. And they are running on, it's going to be running on a 0.9 millimeter wire spring. On the back is a 0.8 millimeter wire on the front. Right.
Super soft, yeah.
You can literally breathe on that chassis and make the chassis go up and down. But when it goes around the corner, it will literally drag the lead front tire bumper on the ground because it's leaning over so far, and it will just get crazy drift angles. Which is what you're after.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay. But you want it as sideways as you can get it. But from there, it just boils down. Once you got all of it dialed in, it's just learning throttle control. Yeah. What throttle will get you what radius and how fast.
Edge of Texas. How you doing? Yeah, guys, just type in shout out. I'll drop you a link for you.
Finally parked for the night.
That's probably a good feeling.
Well, let's see. I drove last night. You weren't on, but I had Kurt knows I was sitting at the TA waiting on the shop because I'd overheated the diff. Thought I'd blown the front seal out of the front differential. It blew the vent line off the top of the diff.
Really?
Sprayed
Oh
oil
my God.
everywhere. Yeah. And believe it or not, it still wasn't low. The back diff was almost a quart low on oil. I mean, it wasn't the one that got hot. So I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know what's going on with the differentials on this truck, but I'm running about 8 hours behind where I should be if I hadn't had all the mechanical issues. But I've already done 574 miles today. I got 2 hours left on my freaking 11, and let's see, on my 70, I have less than 3 hours, and I'm only gaining 9 hours at midnight. So.
Were you driving it first?
I'm sorry?
Were you driving it? You weren't driving it first, were
you? Yeah.
You were? Now, how's the audio so clear? Are you on like a Blue Parrot or something?
I'm on a OpenCom aftershock.
Whatever you on, man, if you were driving and it was that quiet, dang.
Yeah, it's a really quiet headset.
It is.
It's really good at noise canceling.
It's definitely working.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go. Apparently, I've got a sick dog, so I'm gonna have to bounce out.
All right.
I'll catch y'all later.
Better.
All right, George.
God damn it! Keep
Simply,
going.
how you doing, Simply? You're still on, man.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to get everything closed.
Poor dog's back there throwing up probably all over his truck, and he's trying to shut the phone off. Yeah. How's it going, Simply? There you go. You guys are both muted. Matt and Zach are both muted.
I think Zach's just trying to figure out how to get his audio to work.
Yeah, I think I got my sound going now.
There
you go.
Nice to meet y'all.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Much better.
All right.
Food in my gut's a good thing.
Fun to be involved in this. It's a new thing for me. I just got into RC recently. I just got into the SCX 24s.
Are you liking it?
To do that.
He did. Sorry to hear that.
Hope you got deep pockets.
Yeah, deep pockets for the RC world. I see somebody's back. Some of those backgrounds are crazy. Those tent skills. That's why I never got into it. I had a real rock crawler at one time. That's deep pockets.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah, but good times. This is my old, let's see. That's my old 4Runner. There we go.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Excellent.
She was a good rig. She was a good, fun rig. I used to live in Northern California, and so I had the Rubicon and Ford Ice Trail real close.
Right on. That's a Gladiator.
Yeah, this is my sister's rig. I built it for her and my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is a wounded warrior, and he's actually one of the reasons I got into this. It's really fun for him to. I built a really nice foam course for their house, and so in the evenings they can run on the foam, and everybody gets to play. I have 3 nephews, all under 10, and they all have a rig. So
Cool.
this is one of their nephews. This is one of the nephews' rigs. I just did some fender work to that. You know, just a little C10 fender work. It's got Gladiator wheels and then a bunch of Injora parts. And, you know, Emax, typical first run through upgrades, no electronics. Put them all on magnets because they're little kids. Makes it easy. Here's mine. She's on a little bit bigger tires. Some of those, I don't know, the new Endura Crawler Masters.
Yeah.
They're all right. Lots of Endura and Trio and RC Lions. Those new 48 millimeter shocks they have. Panda motor. Too bad about that. I didn't know any better. It was $12. I needed a motor that day. I was out with the kids and we blew an 88 turn up. So, but it works. It's just loud and it has no slow crawl.
It's actually some efficiency. Yeah, it sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mic was cracking. You got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, that might be better. I turned my mic down. Is that better?
About the same. Sit back from it for just and talk.
Yeah, how's that?
Still the same.
Yeah.
Not crackly.
Yeah, I came across some batteries that I used for my 24 that were really good.
Some batteries?
Have you ever seen these? Yeah.
Sure.
Little bitty 300 miles.
You're good.
Light. There.
All right, is that any better?
There you go.
Now you're still cracking.
EN3.
Yeah, I can see it on my feedback.
G and B.
Oh, the mute.
Yeah. These are 2-cell HV. I actually got the box. There. That's actually what they are. G and B 300. 2-cell high voltage. They're 80C discharge, and then burst is up to 160. So I bought 2 of these off of Amazon for $27.
Oh, those are nice and skinny too.
Yeah, they're fairly small. They're pretty small. I just Velcro them down. They come with an XT. What is it? They originally come with the XT30. So they come with the XT30s.
Okay.
But I switched it over to the BH. But I mean, for 300 mah, it's not too bad. I heard somebody talking about batteries, so I just recently got these, and I was pretty happy with the discharge rating, so I figured I would suggest.
Trim that down.
Yeah, Billy's like, dang, 80C discharge. That's pretty good.
Yeah, right there.
Got a little punch to it.
I'll show you all the spec here on the box.
Here. What charger do you use, man?
What charger do I use?
Yeah.
I got a, what is it? A high-tech X2. It charges.
Okay.
What's that?
That's the red and black one.
That's the red and black one. It charges 2 of them at the same time. Yeah. It'll do just about any battery out there. It'll do the high voltage, it'll do the LiPo, the light, it'll do even the lead acid batteries, it'll do the nickel metal hydride, it'll do the iCAD, it'll do pretty much anything.
So do they make any nickel metal for the 124 scale?
If they did, I wouldn't buy it.
I was about to say, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think everybody's LiPo.
It comes with what's called
Unless some of the Chinese companies.
Like
That weight, you would not want that weight. That weight would be bad.
Right.
Like using 4C batteries.
Yeah.
Right.
That weight would be terrible.
Especially for a brushless motor. I mean, running on an XML hardware. I don't know.
That's how Keith
Might
uses
not
stuff.
pull real good.
Yeah, I'm a old school.
But see, my charger, the good thing with my charger is it's Bluetooth. So I have an app on my phone that I can actually control the charger and look at both of my cells, or 2 cells, 4 cells, 6 cells, whatever I'm charging on my phone, and see the actual charging cycle in each one of my cells on my phone. And I can start and stop the charger if I wish to off the app too.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the thing that drew me. I'm like, oh, okay. If I'm throughout the house and I got my charger going, it'll ding at my phone, or I can look at it if I'm within the vicinity of the Bluetooth. And plus, I had a coupon on Tower Hobbies one time, and I was like, huh, I need a new charger. So I had like,
you get those coupons, you can always come with.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you don't need it, I need it.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, I did need a new charger, but yeah, exactly. Can't let a coupon go to waste if I have the need for it. There you go.
I gotta remember that. I can't let this coupon go to waste, Tracy. I gotta get
There you go. Not always does it
justify buying what you want.
yeah, not always does it work. Yeah. It's worth a shot though. It's a logical explanation. You can be like, hey, look, this is how much this costs and I want this. I would like to have this. But if I use this coupon, look at this. Look at the difference on this versus what it is now. That's how I ended up doing it. Hey, it could go up in the next, however many months it could take or whatever. Then kind of get your wife's gears spinning like, oh, it's going to cost more. Right? He's got a coupon.
Basically, you just lied to her. Okay.
I don't know. But for a while, at the beginning of the year, man, people were marking stuff up pretty strenuously. So you really didn't know to an extent.
You don't know that.
It was kind of getting scary.
Yeah. There either.
I mean, everybody was marking up the 10 scale stuff. Everybody was marking up batteries. I mean, everything was going up. It's like, okay. That was the other thing that drew my wife, because I kept showing her the prices on things. And then once I showed her the charger, I'm like, well, stuff just went this way, so, I better jump on this thing.
Boing, how you doing?
I mean, that's how I did it, plus the coupon, so that saved me another $40 off of it.
That's what I do with my tires. I'm like, I'm gonna need back tires anyways for the trailer, so I might as well get good front tires for the truck and then use back tires for stock, for the trailer.
There you go.
See if this one makes it.
Thanks,
No,
Andre.
I don't like
Did
it.
not catch that one fast enough.
And that guy was moving.
It's like copy and paste. After fucking weirdos coming
through there and actually
See what Corey brings with him?
24 scale. I get this over the colors all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And tiny truck crew.
Whose friend was it that their screening was cum guzzlers?
Really?
Yeah.
Is that for real?
Yeah, the second one I just got rid of.
He just got rid of him, yeah.
Man.
I get those
some crazy stuff.
all the time. All the time.
JD's
Yeah, every once in a while, hey Corey, what the hell you subscribing to, man? Come on.
They see you online,
They come out of the woodworks, man.
Yep.
There's a couple of them that are relentless too. They just don't give up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Well, like the one that Queenie just got rid of.
Yeah, he was going ballistic.
We just kept saying something.
That was like 10 in a row.
Jeez.
And fast, too.
I couldn't click on it quick enough.
Right?
Man, that's crazy.
Zachary still wants to know what charger that was that you were talking about.
That I was talking about?
Oh,
yeah.
What was it again?
Give me a minute, and I can actually grab it, and I'll show it to you. If you want to, let me move my 24s out of the way. I can grab it and show you. It's not a big deal. My charger's not too far away from me.
How did that get so screwed up there?
There we go.
Genesis has a nice double charger now, too.
I had to unplug my wipers. That's what it is. I'm going to wipe it off here. A little dusty from sitting around the house.
That's what she said. Let me wipe it off.
There you go. You got your dual leads. Charger. And your balance boards. So you got all your boards, 6L, and everything. Let me plug this thing in. I'll show you the fix here.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's all
kind of sexy there, man. I might have to.
I am ready. Oh, boys. I mean, everything you on this thing.
You just sold them,
man. Yeah. That's all boys. And all your stuff. You can go through your LiPo and then, go through your battery. All of it is all boys.
I haven't heard a girl say that to me in a long time.
You buy one of those, there you go.
Yeah. Be quiet, honey. I'm trying to charge my battery.
Oh, that's the other thing. This thing has a memory. You could actually set up your batteries and store them into this charger. And all you got to do is go to whichever memory slot you deem it to, and then go into it, and it will automatically bring up all your settings, what battery it is, what charge rate you're using. That's the other thing.
That's really cool. So you could just keep your same batteries. You can just charge it into what you need.
Right. And see what I use.
Instead of
I don't know how
reprogramming.
many people are fond of these. I have so many different batteries. There's using these.
Look at that. Spaghetti.
Oh,
yeah. Those are crazy.
Amazon, man. Amazon for like $10 a piece.
Yeah.
I got so many different kinds of batteries. I've got the XT90s, EC5s, EC3s.
That's when you go snip, and solder on your own. Man.
You gotta retain that warranty, man.
That warranty's out.
That warranty's out.
They should have your own on there, though. There's so many on there.
Oh, man, this guy is just going nuts tonight.
Did he still do
And then you also got a spot on one of these for a bullpup igniter if you want to charge one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this one's got all sorts of crap.
Smacking them down.
But yeah, that's what I picked this up pretty cheap off of Tower Hobbies at the time. I think I paid $60 for it with the coupon and everything. It does discharge and charge AC/DC, so you can take it with you.
Yes.
So it is an AC/DC.
AC/DC.
Yes, AC/DC. And then you can actually charge your phone off of this thing too if you really want to. It has a USB slot. So you can actually charge your phone off of this thing too if you really wanted to.
Usually, my luck, I would try to charge my phone and blow the fucking thing up.
Yeah. Then it also has. Somebody told me online that it's universal. You can hook up temperature sensors to this.
Yes.
And you can run temperature sensors and stuff to the batteries. Those are kind of universal from what they were telling me. If you just plug them in, or they'll just like tape them, like the little finger thing you get at the hospital or whatever that tapes it to you. I guess you just tape it to the battery and then go into it and recognize it as
I don't like the one I had. It's a little magnet. It just kind of I
sticks
guess,
to it.
Yeah, it kind of sticks to it. I guess you say. I never use it. I checked it out one time to see how well it worked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this will go all the way up to 6S. You can charge, well, of course, you can charge 2 different batteries at the same time. So it'll go all the way up to AA. I don't know if it'll do that.
No. Somebody in the chat, double A day.
Oh, I don't think it'll do that. But yeah, the voice audible, you can turn that off if you don't like hearing it. You can turn that off. And the thing is, the other thing with this audible on it, it has a protection on it where if you plug the battery in backwards, it will not do it at all. It will come up and tell you error, polarity reversed. So it will not let you do that.
Damn, she's
that was the other protection. Yeah. And then at the same time, when your battery's fully charged, it will tell you it's fully charged, process complete. It will do it like 3-4 times before you gotta hit that stop button for it to shut up. Basically.
I wish I had a stop button in my life to shut her up.
Or if you're sitting on the couch and then your phone goes off, or you check your battery and then it's complete, you just hit the stop on your phone and then it'll quit. It's that easy too. I've had it for 6 months. I haven't had a problem with it at all. It does everything that I do day to day with it. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it.
Nice.
And they do have another one. I think it's called an X4. Yeah, that will charge 4 batteries. But that's like $300-400 for that. I think so. But it's the same thing, except 4. And I'm like, my wife's like, do you need something like that? I'm like, no, this one will do just fine.
I do.
But yeah, that's my experience with it. I was able to charge my little 300s off of this pretty quick.
There's a coupon for that one, babe.
Exactly.
It's gonna go bad.
Yeah. I was using way back when I had a 1/16 Trax E Revo. That came, the VXL, the brushless, that came with the nickel metal hydritis. Just one battery.
Yay!
When I bought it, I went ahead and got the optional second battery. So I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know nothing about this LiPo game when I first got back into this. And I didn't want nothing to do with them. So I was messing around with the 6 cells and then realized nickel metals ain't worth a crap. And then I bought my first LiPo setup and bought an IMX or MX or whatever the hell you call it, B6 something LiPo charger. I think it was like $30 with the power supply. And that was my first charger that I bought. And I had that, and I still have that thing. But I figured it was time to upgrade to something a little bit better. And that's been 11 years that I've had that charger.
Yeah, man, I had this thing so long. It's just a Chinese version, one of the basic versions. They changed the name though. But they work well.
Right. That's the whole thing. It worked. It did what it needed to do for me.
I use it for a field charger. I just leave my other chargers at home. I would carry them for a field charger.
And that was the other thing with them cheap Chinese ones. They were AC/DC, so you could run them with you.
Oh yeah.
And if you look up any information on this charger, there ain't a lot of information on this charger on the YouTube thing. So
it's kind of similar to some of the others. They have so many variations of them. It's probably why
right.
Videos of it.
They're all close. Yeah,
And to
all
get
the chargers are the same thing.
Yeah,
pretty much. So the thing that drew me the most was, one, it talked to you. Two, you got the Bluetooth, so you can be sitting on the couch, and then this thing decides to complete your charge, and then you can stop it, so you don't have to get up.
It was right first time.
I never leave my batteries unattended. I've seen too many fires, man.
Yeah. When those things go, I don't know if you ever seen one go up. I had one go
Oh, yeah.
On what do you call it? Top speed car, I guess you call it. Back in the day, speed car, man. I want to say I had probably about 18, maybe $2,200 in that car. And it just went up. And when it went up, man.
Yeah, they don't give you no warning. Maybe a little puff of smoke, and then it's over.
It's over. Those batteries, I would say I probably was running 2 5,000 4S, I'm assuming. Or maybe 6. Yep, so yeah.
JD, I still connect my charger to the car every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Out there bashing. I need
in
more
the field,
battery.
A lot of times, of course, you got in the field.
I actually bring an extra car battery with me that I charge up with.
Charge up, yeah. You'll see some guys battery.
Yeah, instead of killing my car, I'll kill that battery and bring it home and recharge it for next weekend or whatever.
Makes sense. Especially depends on how long of a charge cycle you're going to do and how big your battery is.
Because you can get, like on 5,000 milliamp cells, you can get charges. Like 5 charges out of it.
Easy.
Right.
So,
that's not bad.
Yeah.
So I never charge the batteries off of mine. I always use the starter box off my car battery.
Yeah. So you use nitro too, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mess with that stuff anymore.
Sherry, appreciate you showing up.
Man.
Where I live, it goes up and down too much to actually be consistent with a nitro tune.
Just say it like me, Matt, you're just not as good as everybody else with tuning.
Well,
that's what I
just
don't
have the time.
Nah,
I just don't have the time.
I know I'm great at tuning, just to be honest. So. And then
the thing was, you always had to be an eye on that temperature, and if it was making a difference, you make an adjustment.
We're not checking. Once you get it right, you don't have to test it. Once it's right, it's right.
You're constantly tuning.
Constant. If you go from 80% humidity to 20% and
that more
3 hours.
Today, you definitely tune it again.
Exactly.
I got other performance. After I saw LiPo, I was like, yeah, okay.
Yep, I agree. Plus the cost of fuel every single time.
Yeah.
Because I bought them at gallons.
I do like the fill scales with just the gas burners. That's pretty cool.
Right.
You just keep on running through that.
Yeah, the gas.
Yeah. They cost some money. I got a fill scale, but I don't have gas. I got electric fuel.
Nice.
Okay.
One of the guys I work with, he's got the China ones, Rovian fit scales. I think they're like $600 or $700.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had a problem with his at all.
Yeah.
Says they work.
I've seen some of those with like maybe $300-400, like the 5B clones.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a couple. The guy I work with, he's got a couple of those, and he just rips them around his house. He's got like 20-some acres too, so he don't care.
That much room, yeah. My neighbors be kicking my ass. I want a 2-stroke, but it's just so loud.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if you get an aftermarket pipe.
That's what those guys overseas doing those things, man. Right. Mess around with those things.
They got some money tied up in them things.
Yeah, they do.
Shut the
Yeah,
bug.
I got a buddy like that. I think he got one of them. He got about 8 in it. The other 3 or 4, he got about 6, 7 in those, and he never even drives.
Yeah, but a lot of those guys have much of the time just to sit around and figure out what to do.
Nah, that guy working all the time.
I like my yellow Jeep there, Brandon.
Yeah, look good.
What? Kid skill?
No.
Background.
24th.
Yeah, the background.
Oh, that's 24.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
What's up,
That's where it's shit.
Hey,
Hey, Derek.
that voice sounds familiar.
Is that what they do there?
Huh?
They just let them sit there?
That's what Kurt's Jeep does. He upgraded a lot of stuff on it, but
at least he
he's
did.
too busy running those other rigs and fast shit. Do you know, Kurt? You can run that SCX-24 into a curb and it won't break.
You sure?
You
sure?
I don't know. You behind the wheel, maybe.
I'm pretty good at breaking stuff up against the curb.
But is it fast enough? Does it have a power plant? Does it have a power plant in order to do that fast?
You probably will break that LCH-24 though.
I gotta say, it can snap some axles at least.
Hey, Brandon.
I thought that voice sounded familiar.
Yeah. Keith, how you doing?
I ain't have to look up on her voice.
Right? I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, I think I know who that is.
Yep. So I just got bad news too,
Baker. Baker.
I don't know if you bought these gears, but
portal gears?
Yeah, wrong size is what I understand.
Are yours the wrong size?
Yep.
I haven't measured mine yet. I haven't even tried to install them.
That sucks though, man. And now I gotta wait again for them.
They didn't.
Nah, I just found out I was doing them on my live. I was doing. Somebody came in. I said, who was? Who told me that, man? They were like, nah. He told me to check count the teeth.
Yeah, 2FM just did a video about it.
That's what he was telling me. Yeah.
Wrong shit too.
Yeah, wrong size. Yep.
For comps in North or South Carolina for maybe 24 scale. You know, Big Head might know something about that. He lives down there. He's in a crawling.
Where'd that go? There it is.
Big giveaway.
What old mods do you got there, Kurt, on your 24?
I put some RC hop-ups, brass. What are the +5 hubs on there? And what are the front carrier bearings? Brass.
Oh, the knuckles?
Oh yeah, I did all the links. I put a SpeedTech RC micro servo in there. Oh, it's got some power. And I did put who's that? Was it Mofo? Mofo's motor?
Are you kidding me?
Or beast.
Yeah, the little beast, the little stock one, or the
metal beast. Yeah.
Yeah, the long one that goes in there. I put that in there.
Torque beast, yeah. Torque beast.
Yeah, torque beast.
Torque beast. There you go.
I put that in there, and there's some skid plates on there from RC Hop-Ups.
How does that look? Good for the table, or do I have to turn it around?
You can see that little car. That's it.
Yeah, it's my Volkswagen mouse.
Barely see that.
If I should have go this way?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. That's the way I look.
That's the way you looked, and that's the way you want it to be.
Okay.
So when you're trying to explain to somebody, you don't have to think backwards.
Yeah, because this would be backwards, I think.
Yeah.
Well, Keith, you think backwards anyway, so you might want to stick
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get confused who supplied live streams I'm on these days.
I know they're all linked.
Saw Corey on for a little bit. Dennis was over there. Come here, and now Corey and Matt's here.
Yeah, just go. We know we now you're here. We all decided to come over here.
JD said he installed his yesterday. No clicking. I'm gonna check my other set I received.
Do some styrene work, Keith.
Got me some paint too for the Road Beast truck.
I'm gonna do the Tamiya kit.
Yeah.
That's right, Billy. We are just all one big happy RC family.
Got some brown, red, flesh tone.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta get to work early in the morning. I'm gonna sit and hang with the wife for a little bit, and I'm going into coma.
Have a good night, Dennis.
Yeah, if it works, sir. If it works, I'm gonna try to instead of painting the rips on the truck, I'm gonna try to 3D with the styrene.
That'd be cool. Panas, how you doing? You type shout out, one word, it'll drop your link for you. Urban Legend. How's it going?
Brandon, you can just reach out to Tony. His email address is on ccxrc.com, the contact page.
I'll paint it pearl white.
You're gonna paint it all pearl white?
Yeah, I might put a black stripe down in the middle of it, but well, it's going to be all grungy and crappy anyway. So it's going to be a lot of drag loops in it. Tears.
JD's one word. One word.
Shit, anybody will come on this one.
All right, Panas.
Dirk, don't take off. I have to talk to you offline.
There's Big Head. Big
I
Head.
was going to call you.
Is there any crawling, any 124th crawling in your neck of the woods? For like comp crawling?
Okay,
is there any hobby shops with them inside it or not?
Swap sides.
Oh yeah, Big Ed, I got a half an hour down your pig.
You told him that earlier.
Yeah. Oh, and no, if he was still there.
I don't even want to know what that means.
He got a pig painting. I'm painting for him.
I wasn't sure what that meant. I thought something else.
Thank you so much, Sir Panas.
I'm barbecuing a pig for him, and then I'm going to mail it to him.
Not that you know. He said, no, not that he knows it. Okay. Thought maybe you knew it was something inside a hobby shop or something out there.
Big Head, I was out today at a store, and the guy read my shirt, and he goes, hey, you into RC? And I said, yeah. And I said, yeah. I said, I even have a YouTube channel. He said, oh, is that your channel? I said, oh, because I have a big head, this has to be my channel. That's not the first time somebody said it.
Yeah, no problem there, Zachary.
Looks like Matt is having a hard time connecting.
He's from North Carolina. He can't help.
Yeah.
You're a little slow there.
Yeah.
And Keith, you know you can call me anytime.
I know.
That's that answer.
Bastard.
You guys and your tires, man. How many tires and rims do you guys have?
More than I have cars.
Right?
Good.
Double more than you have cars.
What's the same for, isn't that the same for 10 scale little? My 10 scale cars, I must have 12 pairs of tires, and I only have 3 rigs running.
That's true. Pretty close, yeah. You don't use the stock ones.
I just recently got into collecting tires.
Who is it, Jim? Is it Jim that has like 1,000 pairs of tires?
Every tire they make, yeah.
Yep.
And I hear him, oh, I got a new pair. Oh, I got a new pair every time he comes on. Zach, the big head mask.
There you go.
Finally connected audio, maybe?
Yeah, finally stopped thinking.
Yeah, he just takes everybody to get off.
Oh, I can hear him.
Yo,
what's up?
What's up?
Can't see you, but we can hear you.
What the heck? Hold on, let me speak.
It's for the best. It's really for the best.
Okay. It really
probably is.
It really is.
You put a picture up for him.
Really?
There he is.
What's up?
What y'all doing?
Jumping from live stream to live stream.
Sorry, I'm dang late.
We were all waiting for you. Now that you're here.
I know you were, Dirk.
This comes from a place of love. We all care about you very much. This is an intervention.
The intervention?
Intervention.
I need to find a habit then.
Yeah, right. What kind of bad habit do I have?
Yeah. I hope it's a good one.
1/24 scale habit.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a 1/24 scale and I got a 10 scale habit too. So
yeah, I got.
Yeah.
It don't.
Kurt, you got a curb habit, Kurt.
Wait, how did I? Hey, I'm doing Zoom thing. I'm figuring it out though.
I got a 1/10 habit, a 1/8 habit, a 1/7 habit.
I've only got 1/8 scale.
Who's 9NCRC?
The rest are 10.
Who's what?
9NCRC.
9NCRC.
Here we go.
Oh, 9NC.
Yeah, I think I've got 10.
Look, I'll be real with you. I don't even have a 24 scale other than a stock rig right now. So
shit.
Cheat codes were in such demand, I had to rip my dang cheat code apart that I haven't driven yet and sell the brain.
Sold out that many, huh?
Yep. Actually, if you really want to know, I have a guy missing one, and Corey is shipping his second one to that guy. That's how. I got to send him my dang email here in a minute with a label. One got tore up in the mail. They ripped, the box was ripped open or something, and everything was missing. So.
No shit.
Yeah. So.
Is that in the States?
Yeah.
Really?
So hopefully everybody gets theirs this week because I don't have any replacements and I've used up anybody I could use up to get them. So hopefully I'll have some more coming here shortly.
Could be putting trackers on your boxes now.
It is, but they sent this one to a guy in Miami and it showed up in a USPS bag saying, sorry, we demolished your package.
Sorry.
This is what we can sweep up off the conveyor belt for you.
That's everywhere.
It's like at that point it was just a cardboard box. What did it matter? Just send the dude a letter and tell him it ain't nothing.
Right. I don't know why they do it. They do give you a bag.
I mean, literally, who got a cardboard box? Like,
where's the bag?
Try this again.
There you go, Hoodwiz. If you want to click on that, it should get you in here.
Oh, yeah, you got any more small stickers?
Come on, Hoodwiz.
Good night, Queenie.
Good night, Queenie. Kurt, did you send me her?
Yeah, I did. Thanks for killing those bots.
Hey, Derek, you got any more small stickers?
Yeah.
Send me like 3 or 4 more.
All right.
I'm gonna put one on a couple of vehicles.
Hey, you better be very specific about 3 or 4 because he sent both.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
4, there'll be 5, 6, 7, 8.
I got 3. Most people got 4.
Yeah. I got 2, so you're luckier than I am.
Hey, I got 9, so you're even luckier than me.
Can I send you? Didn't you get my new stickers?
I just got your 2 big ones.
The little ones were in there too.
No, I haven't. That was months ago. I got your.
Oh,
I like that banner.
You don't have the pin up, right?
No.
Okay, I gotta send you a little pin. I made a list of people, and I was also sending out my banner, but I ran out of banners, so I couldn't keep track of who I sent what to. So I was trying to resend the new ones to the people I've already sent stuff.
I'm 1/10 scale, so I don't get that shit.
Oh, radio.
Well, the 1/24 scale makes real good like window stickers for the 1/10 scale.
Radioactive scale. Hit me up on Instagram to remind me, and I'll send you some.
What's up, John Martin? How you doing?
John.
Hey there, John. Corey, what you working on over there, bud?
I just got to mount 2 sets of these tires. I need like
it took you all night to do that?
I need about 4 more sets of wheels.
Yeah.
Not these little tires.
You know a guy that sells wheels that owes you a favor. Huh?
Oh. I still own that cheat code that he's shipping.
No, you don't own it. I'm just gonna let you have it back.
Oh, you're gonna let me hold something?
Yeah, should have traded for it, Corey. Should have traded something for it.
It is the best time to get a trade when somebody's in need. You go, hey man, let me help you out. You don't need to kick you while you're down,
right? I could use some of them rims and a couple of the rim feedlocks.
Hell yeah. That's hilarious. Luckily I didn't have any question that I could hit Corey, and he would send that joint out for me. So that's what's up.
He wasn't using it anyways, right?
Yeah, it was still in the box. So
I was gonna build it. I got too much. I was gonna build it the next 2 or 3 weeks anyway.
Yeah.
I'll get around to it.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to.
You can't go to
take an email real quick.
Yeah, you can't
multitask. I can't multitask for nothing.
Has anybody heard from Jake? Anybody?
I ain't heard a bird out of it.
I got one text from him.
You did?
When was that? He sent me something. I forget what was the link.
Like today?
It was. Oh no, it must have been on Instagram.
Still, that's better than I've sent them multiple messages.
Let me take a look. I was surprised.
Having issues?
You don't know.
It's not AWOL. Oh yeah, it was yesterday.
Okay.
He had found some portal boxes on AliExpress really cheap.
Yeah, man, cinema set.
Yeah, just the ones that you bolt on to.
To the existing. Okay.
He said he didn't pick any up or anything because he didn't have the money right now, and I didn't pick any up either. And look at all the stickers I could have sent him out.
Hey, if I send you this label and it has my address on it, it doesn't matter, Corey, right? As long as it has his address to the go-to spot.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter because post office ship stuff. I have stuff that's supposed to be here, but it end up in Minnesota, so they end up coming up here. So.
So what y'all working on tonight? Anybody working on anything cool?
I just finished. Need to finish drawing something for Big Head.
Nice.
Start cutting his body out.
Just
Package
uploading
and stickers
videos.
to send anywhere but North Carolina. Love you, Miles.
Hey, it's all good. I can take it. Look, if you, Mom always said, if you can dish it out, you better be able to take it.
Right.
Yeah. You don't ever listen to your mom.
I don't.
That's the only time you did, right?
Yeah. I just find myself repeating her sayings a lot of times.
What's up, Eric?
I'll get back to you.
Hang on, I'll be right back, guys.
The only time you listen to her is when she's got the belt in the hand.
Woods Unknown, how you doing?
So to find anything cool, Maz, I mean, working
I mean,
on.
are you working on anything, Matt?
Well, I did do 2 Fury Tech updates to one to this Fury Tech Pro and this one, and then one Fury Tech Pro and the Monster Truck. I did the update to that, switching things around, but trying to get the Bronco set up a little bit better as far as crawling, trying to get my shock positions and stuff where it's not gonna lay me over anyway.
You have a problem.
Other than that, what's up?
Side healing?
Oh, I got my little course that I've got set up, and I'm just trying to get up and over it versus with my C10 that doesn't have as much weight as this Bronco does on the top is a little different to me.
Hey, Corey, I'm going to just do a flat rate or a USPS priority for that if you just throw it in a box for me.
I already got a priority thing.
You better?
Perfect.
Get all your toes up?
Envelope. I got the free envelope.
Perfect.
RC, welcome.
But I did get this thing set up where it does, I mean, it rubs just a little bit turning. That's about it. I don't rub when I'm on compression with the shocks going up and over in my course. So I'm not rubbing on any part of the body. So
You don't want to know about you rubbing on your body there.
I know. Trail King's rubbing on my body. How about that?
How's everybody going?
Great, how are you?
I go, Kurt.
Good.
How you doing, man?
KDRC, I think that's how it is.
Yep.
How you doing?
That truck looking pretty sweet, man.
It does.
Say that again?
So that truck looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Garage is bare.
Were there models that you just had a minute ago you took off?
The garage is up here, guys.
Oh, there you go. That's right. You got the garage up top and little showroom down there, huh?
Yeah.
You got a second level garage, man.
Yeah. I like that body, how you cut it in the back.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to find a fuel cell. I'm trying to find a fuel cell to drop in there.
It's a Ford. They don't need no gas.
What are you telling me?
Well, is it a Ford or is it a Chevy?
It's well name on there. Ain't no saying what they said about the grills.
I'll cut all that out. It's got a fin grill now. Okay.
Oh, shit.
It's a Hoodwiz mobile.
Bless you.
Bless you.
You hold them joints in, makes your eyeballs feel like
full head explode.
I might put black racing stripes on it.
Corey, what'd you think about that buggy I worked on today?
Okay.
I got that thing ready for a podium, son.
No, you're talking about the one that you got. Yeah. It looked good, but yeah.
It should be set up for this next national championship.
I would hate to drive it because it's so clean.
I might look professional. I'm gonna go out there and get my donkey's ass. Yeah, I hit the dude up at the track today and said, "Hey man, what tires do y'all run on Axial Buggy at that course?" He said, "Man, just get convicts in every compound made." I was like, "Perfect. What's your debit card?"
Yeah, it ain't cheap out there.
Oh.
The buggy ain't even the damn cost.
No.
It's the damn consumables.
Yep.
Cost me $100 every time I go down there on go race.
Yeah. I'm just going down there to have fun. So I think if I get me like some long wear sauce or something, I'll be able to just go down there and look like an ass clown anyway. So like I told Corey, I ain't gonna know the difference between the right compound and the wrong. I feel like you have to outdrive the tire before you can do that.
That's how I am. I'm always in the last main. You know.
And I've never even been to a dang RC track. Well, I've been to them. I take that back. I've been to them. I've never driven a car on one. So I'm jumping off the deep end here.
Kurt can give you some pointers on setting up your steering.
It's fun. Yeah, I can, right? Runs right into curves all the time.
Yeah.
Well, you know, on road or
on road, yeah, I do on road. I do the infraction or limitless.
Yeah. Y'all actually are racing those.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the 100 mile an hour club.
Actually, course racing.
Yeah, course racing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Kurt's in the 100 mile an hour club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm there too. I got an old video. I need to channel posted on my channel. I did it for years ago. Back like 15 years or more. I used to be real big into that speed run stuff. We had to build those 4-wheel drive slash.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And then when we use it, Poseidon used to be real big, but I'd never hear anybody talk about Poseidon and Kelsey.
Oh yeah, Poseidon.
2220. What was it? 20 something. I don't know. 2200. I remember
2900 Poseidon motor that I was using in my Fortec.
You know, get those long pans and all that. And that my one partner though, Jeff he bought the new motor. Modded new motor. Man, that thing was serious. didn't get warm at all.
Yeah. And they're nice motors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got a couple limitless for sale at the hobby shop right now, but I'm steering clear of used cars right
now. Everybody's selling them. The new one's coming out. That's why.
Yeah.
Just get you a limitless 8S.
Hey, now both the ones up there look brand new.
What happened to
what they did, I think they bought them right when they were saying they were releasing. They were like, "Oh, take it right back there."
Put it back, yeah.
There you go. Or they have too many, and then all of a sudden,
weird,
the new one's coming out, so I'm gonna get rid of this one.
Yep. I'll take that old one. I have all the old parts to put it to look like the new one anyway. So
what did they change on that
one? They made the rear end wider, like 7 millimeters wider. And I think they moved the battery, or no, not the battery tray. Yeah, they moved the battery trays back a little bit, and then moved the motor mount back a little bit so you can fit a longer can up front. Yeah, the weight up front.
Yep.
That's the main thing they did. I figure them things are they stable at high speed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I figured because they are in this body and all that.
that's what they're built for, is that high speed like that.
That's why I was shocked to y'all say y'all actually racing.
Yeah, it's called we bash race. So, it's
so y'all going around the course though, right?
They're tough. Oh yeah, they're a tough car. My buddy had put what wheels are those from the Arma? He put the dirt tires on it, and turned it into like a dirt car, and just jumped. He triple backflipped it once.
Wow.
Yeah. Mojave tires on it.
Mojaves are pretty tough.
They're pretty crazy. Yeah, they are. All Arma cars are pretty tough.
Yeah, I've got quite a few on the cars.
I don't have it.
We got the first version now. Since they've come out with version 2, I've got the first version of the Outcast 4S tint scale, and that thing, that's something else. I mean, when you got a wheelbase that small with that much power, it'll open your eyes real quick.
A conic, pour, Portugal container. He has internet. Yeah, right. Got a phone. You're doing good, bud.
Then I got the old version of the Granite BLX 2-wheel drive 3S, but you cannot get any parts for that thing anymore, so I don't even drive that.
Is Arma like other ones? I mean, do they use a lot of like crossover parts, like from one vehicle to the next, or is ours?
Well, their new stuff is. Their old stuff was.
Yeah, no, their new stuff, all their 6-scale stuff, you can pretty much interchange almost all.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can put
10-scale stuff
on it and move everything around.
You can too, because I had an original Granite when they first come out, the Mega, the one based off the 4-wheel drive platform, the new version of it, and then like 6 months later they came out with the 3S version. Well, I ended up getting a hold of a chop shop here in the States, Jenny's RC.
She just got a lot from me.
What's up?
She just got a lot of business from me on eBay.
Yep, eBay.
Yeah, go straight to her website. Go straight to their website.
Yeah, so I bought all the stuff from a Granite BLX 3S 4-wheel drive and just bought all that parts and made my Mega into a 3S.
Yeah.
Except the motor and ESC, I went with a Hobby Ring Max 10.
Yeah, the tenacity I just got, I bought all the damn replacement stuff from her, chassis and all.
Yep, it's cheap, man. She sells some stuff pretty cheap.
It's cheap if you only need a couple of things.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
When you buy the whole car from her, yeah.
Yeah.
Like somebody we know.
Man.
Oh, my Granite, I had to buy the diffs, both front diffs. Well, the front diff, rear diff, all the bearings and all that.
Probably get these in the back.
To convert it over, and then the
I'll
drive
get it worked
shaft.
out. Put those in the back.
I
I don't know
the
about the
drive shafts
2-speed.
to convert it
This will
over.
be the next thing to go,
And then
but
the
that'll
motor
be
mount,
the next time
motor
I get into
plate,
it.
slipper, and
But there we go. We're pretty much
spur gear assembly. So yeah, basically,
much
the only
ready
thing
to
I
go.
did buy were the toe links and the rims and tires, because I just used what I got.
Alright, folks, I'm gonna bunk stuff. Thanks for tuning
But
in and
everything
hanging
under
and
it's pretty
BSing.
much
I've not been
3S
paying
from
attention
Jesus.
very much. Just been doing my stuff. Hope you all
Traveling
had a
food,
good
you can just
time.
type shout out in there. You can get your
I'm
link
gonna
up for you.
Oh, the one thing
chill
I
out.
did do, I seen it on,
It's
I don't
11
know if
o'clock
anybody's
and I
familiar
gotta be
with
up in the
Arma
morning for it
forums,
myself. So everybody have a good
ran by
night.
a guy named, this
Oh,
is
good.
his
And we
username
will
by
talk to
Woody,
you again.
What, Facebook?
armaforum.com. No, it's a spin-off of like the old Ultimate RC forums. I don't know if anybody remembers.